जिंदगी के सफर में गुजर जाते हैं जो मकाम, वो फिर नहीं आते, वो फिर नहीं आते. We all have regrets, don't we? Regret is a very powerful emotion. It's not just an emotion, but also a cognitive state. It happens when we look back at our life and feel bad about certain things that we have done or certain things which we have failed to do. Regret is also strongly associated with certain other negative emotions like guilt and shame. Moreover, regret can sometimes evolve into a much more intense state, what we could call as remorse. Remorse can happen when you have done something voluntarily and that is morally reprehensible and that has caused harm to someone else. We do experience remorse. It's said that these emotions, regret or remorse, they are all hardwired in our brain in certain parts like hippocampus, which deal with memories. Psychologists David I. and Gilovich have found out that not all regrets are same. Regrets about what you have done are painful in the short term, but regrets about what we have failed to do, what we didn't do, seem to be much more painful in the longer run. It's said that because things that we have done, it creates certain kind of hot emotions like disgust, anger, and it motivates us to do something about it. But when you don't do something, we have cool emotions like sadness and disappointment, and you just tuck away these emotions, telling to yourself that some other day I will do it. But in the long run, this day never comes, and this tucked away emotions grows bigger, and they become a stronger pain in your life. Regret is such a powerful emotion that they have significant impact on how you think and do today. For example, some people are even afraid to take an action, something what we call a status quo bias, and in the fear of experiencing regret in future. That's a power of regret. On the negative side, yes, regret is an emotion which could create anxiety, which could make you sad, and particularly the people who ruminate about these regretful experiences again and again can even have depression, they can have mental illnesses. But on the positive side, regret is something that can help you to have a better insight about who you are. It can help you to learn from mistakes. It can prevent you from repeating these mistakes. So how do we deal with this regret? One thing, preempt regrets. If you wish to do something, if you want to become something, then I think go ahead, do it. Don't wait for a inspiration. Just do it so that you don't regret it later. But in case you have a truckload of regrets, what to do about them? One thing is you got to accept them, hug them, handle them. And sometimes you may have to let it go because you can't do anything about it. We are not like the Avengers in the Marvel Cinematic Universe who can do a time haste. We don't have a mission to travel back in time, so we got to let it go. But in some cases where there is a possibility for correcting your actions, making amends, go ahead and do it. Better late than never. We are all products of our past. That doesn't mean we need to be prisoners of our past. Thank you. Before I leave, for the people who are planning to take psychology as an optional, this particular part which I talked about, the emotion regret, you could use it in paper 1 in chapter on emotion. In paper 2, you could use it in stress management. You could use it for psychological rehabilitation, and you could use this in unit 2 and 3 where we talk about psychological disorders and therapies. Before I leave, I would like to share a trivia about the song which I sang. The song which I sang it comes from a 1974 movie directed by J. Om Prakash, starring Rajesh Khanna, Mumtaz and Sanjeev Kumar. The music is by R.D. Burman and the lyrics are by Anand Bakshi. It's said that Anand Bakshi wrote these lyrics fueled by his own experiences of tragedies and regrets he had in his life. Anand Bakshi had he lost his mother when he was very young, at around 10 years of age. He had to abandon his hometown of Rawalpindi, the partition, and he also quit the armed forces. He was a soldier to earn a living in Mumbai. So he had a lot of regrets about these things, most of them which he couldn't control. And that's why this song is an evergreen melody. It has so much of pain, and we could relate to it even today. Apart from Anand Bakshi's lyrics, of course, Rajesh Khanna's acting and the legendary Kishore Kumar's vocals have added a lot of charm to this song. Okay, thank you. Bye. See you again with a different topic later.